The beauty of pairing wine and food is how a successful pairing can be symbiotic. The wine can bring out flavors in the food can bring out flavors in the wine. They can bring out the best in each other, tasting better together than apart. But there are some foods that are notorious for being difficult to pair with wine. Think artichokes, asparagus, tomatoes, vinaigrette, fennel, and other ingredients. Luckily, we're here to share some wine options for these challenging foods. Enjoy the episode, give it a like, comment anytime, and subscribe to our channel for more. If you cook a lot, then you know that you're always looking for balance. Whether it's acid, bitter, sweet, salt, sour, spicy, or umami, the key is balance. So when we add wine to the mix, the same holds true. Balance.
There are two main ways to pair wine and food. You can complement or you can contrast. Think sweet with salty or fat with acid. Some favorite and common pairings include Chardonnay with creamy sauces and fatty fish, Cabernet Sauvignon with red meat, Pinot Noir with earthy flavors, Sauvignon Blanc with goat cheese, Champagne with potato chips or fries, and off-dry Riesling with spicy food.
So what can we do when we have some of these challenging foods on our plate? For example, think about vinaigrettes. They can be high in acid, which will thin out the flavor of the wine. So a great match to a high acid vinaigrette is to pair it with a high acid brut champagne. Another tough ingredient that we often use are tomatoes. So Cindy, what would you suggest to pair with tomatoes?
Well, tomatoes can be hard to pair with wine thanks to their high acidity and sweet flavor. If I have a caprese salad or gazpacho, I always open up with a rosé. The lively acidity and light to medium body of the rosé can stand up to those tomatoes. So I have a caprese salad right now with mozzarella, tomatoes, basil, and olive oil. And so I chose an E. Vigao Côte de Rhône Rosé 2022 for around $20. So I'm going to take a little taste right now. Oh, it's crisp and mouth-watering with intense fruit notes of strawberries and black currants. My mouth is watering right now. What makes this a fabulous pairing is its bright acidity and full body with a concentrate of fruit of Grenache, Syrah, and Cinsault. So let's take a little bit of my caprese salad. This is good. All right.
And wash it down with some rosé.
I'm washing this down. Wonderful. It's wonderful. It's just what I wanted. That acidity with the tomatoes and the mozzarella and the basil really wraps around. So my mouth is just a happy place. So mouth-watering. So
it's interesting, only because with tomatoes, because of their high acidity, if you're going to get into like a cooked sauce of tomatoes, you want a high acid wine. You want to go with like a Barbera or Dolcetto. You don't want to go with a high tannin wine because it'll fight it. So
exactly.
With fresh tomatoes, it's nice to know that rosé is such a great option.
It really is. And you know what? A good rosé like this one, you can't be beat. So what wine and food pairing are you doing?
Well, so I went with one of the hardest things to pair wine with, which is artichokes. This is what most people will avoid pairing with wine. It is considered one of the greatest enemies to wine. Artichokes and wine, not a happy match. It's because of the acid cyanin, which makes everything taste sweet after you eat an artichoke, which is what makes the pairing really tricky. The best option is to go with a very dry, high acid wine that can counteract the sweetness, such as a Chocolina, a Gruner Veltliner, or even a dry sherry. I have a Gruner Veltliner. I have the Laurence V, as in 5, 2020 charming Gruner Veltliner from Compton, Austria. It's a $30 bottle of wine. The charming Gruner is a reserve wine made from blending up to 25 single vineyard sites, and it spends time on the lees for about 8 to 12 months. And it has notes of apple, white pepper, a little bit fresh baked bread, some citrus. really bright acidity, little creamy in the mid palate, but really bright acidity on the outside. So let's see how this works with my artichoke. Little scared.
Good luck.
Dun, dun, it worked.
I love it when a plan comes together.
I was really nervous because I have had wine at dinner where I've had an artichoke, and the bitterness of the artichoke really pops through when you pair it with most wines. But my goodness, pair it with a Gruner Veltliner, and there you go. It works.
The money shot.
I have
Excellent.
proven it. So
Duly noted.
in the end, there are some challenging wine and food pairings, but it is not hopeless. And we hope we shared some ideas of what to pair with these foods. Let us know your comments, give our video a like, and subscribe to our channel for more. Cheers.
Cheers.